All aboard the holiday road. National Lampoon's Vacation has arrived on the 4K Ultra HD format. This is a 4K digital combo pack. That means there's a 4K disc and digital code. There is no Blu-ray. That's a big deal because the Blu-ray for this, the 2013 Blu-ray for this movie, had excellent special features, including a feature-length documentary. It was like an hour and 24 minutes on the making of Vacation. Well, because the Blu-ray's not here, that's not here. They've also dropped a short introduction to the movie. They've carried over the commentary, and it's a great commentary, you guys. It's Harold Ramis, rest in peace, Chevy Chase, Randy Quaid, Anthony Michael Hall, Dana Barron, and Maddie Simmons. But all the other extras, there are no other extras here. So that's a bummer for me because they could have just included the Blu-ray. More and more, Warner Brothers is dropping the Blu-rays from these 4K releases, and that's troubling to me. However, you're buying this for the 4K video quality, I assume, and that's what we're going to talk about. How does this thing look? It looks really good. It's not a showy transfer. This isn't a showy movie. It's an early 80s comedy, right? Warner Brothers, and I can't prove this, but I've been saying this for a long time, I feel like they use a little bit of digital noise reduction on their 4K transfers for things shot on film. And it just tames the grain a little bit, because what I know from my time reviewing 4K discs is that people love 4K, but they don't always love film grain. The 4K adopter is not necessarily a film grain fan, which is crazy to me because film grain is film. Right? That's where the film image comes from. So you would think a 4K enthusiast would be all about seeing the film as it was intended. That's not always the case. I'm happy to report, happy for me, maybe not for you, this is grainier than most Warner Brothers transfers that I'm used to. This is a bolder, thicker, chunky, I feel like I'm describing stew. It's a hearty grain. It's not distracting in the least, but you do notice the film grain in this transfer. For me, it looks perfect. It looks exactly how this movie is supposed to look on film. I feel like I'm watching a film projected onto a big screen. That's what we hope for a 4K release. I don't want it smooth. I don't want it to look like it was created yesterday. I want it to look like it was made in 1983. The colors are bold. It looks great. This is the HDR palette really opens this thing up. And, I mean, even the scenes of the station wagon or the car, it just looks really, really good. So, it's the de facto presentation of National Lampoon's Vacation on disc now. But because of the loss of that Blu-ray, you probably, if you have the Blu-ray, you need to hold on to it. That's not what anybody wants to hear. We want to be able to buy this, retire our Blu-rays or our DVDs. I should mention the audio here is just, it's the original, it's like a 2.0 audio. There's no big bombastic track with no Atmos or anything like that. However, it's a great track because it's very bass heavy. You know, the Lindsey Buckingham song, it's like it sounds really good. I was surprised at how much power it had. And then, of course, one of the audio tracks is the commentary. That's about it. That's about all there is to talk about with this release, this movie. I love this movie. I forgot how funny it was when I was watching it again for the purposes of this review. This is the digital code. I just got sucked into it all over again. It's, just watching the whole thing, laughing out loud. This is one of our great comedies. This is up there with me. Tell me if you agree with this or disagree with this. I think this is in the same pantheon as Animal House, Blues Brothers. I mean, this is one of the great American comedies of the last 50 years. And it's John Hughes. John Hughes wrote this. Harold Ramis directed it. It's Chevy Chase at the peak of his power. It's fantastic. It's so quotable. John Candy. I mean, all these Chicago guys, right? It's just the whole Second City scene. I feel like it's represented in much of John Hughes' stuff, and this is no exception. Listen, I'm going to give this a recommendation as far as 4K quality. It's just a huge bummer that this doesn't have the Blu-ray. Maybe there were some sort of licensing issues that would prevent that A&E documentary from being on this. Maybe there was music in it or something that had been licensed. I don't know. I miss it. I miss it not being here. It should be here. So guess we have to keep our Blu-rays for now. National Lampoon's Vacation is now on 4K. I'm going to put a link in the description of this video where you can click, you buy it through that. You'll be supporting Cereal at Midnight. And sending a message to Warner Brothers. I think now more than ever, it's important that we send as many messages to Warner Brothers as we can, because they're doing some things that concern me. Dropping Blu-rays from releases, If you're paying attention to the news, if you're following me on Twitter, there's a lot of stuff to be concerned about. When we support things like this, hey, Enter the Dragon just got announced. Enter the Dragon from 4K on 4K from Warner Brothers. Like, I want to support these things and say, hey, we love classic movies, and this is a classic movie. We love classic movies. We want to own them. You put them out, we'll buy them, Warner Brothers. So every dollar we spend sends a message, and every dollar we don't spend sends a message too. That's all I got to say about Vacation. Guys, thanks so much. Take care. I appreciate you. Till next time, I will catch you later.